Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another episode of Inside Celebs. A show where we share some amazing facts of the great personalities who have won millions of hearts with their outstanding performance, in their respective field. In this episode we will be sharing some amazing and unknown facts of a wrestler turned actor who is famous for his larger-than-life personality, awesome films and his giant size. We are talking about none other than Dwayne Johnson, famously known as The Rock. But do you know how his career started? Johnson is not only an entertainer but a man of many talents and an entrepreneur. He has impacted many lives around the globe, not only through TV but also through charity work and volunteering. Here are some interesting facts about the huge. Dwayne Douglas Johnson was born on May 2, 1972, in Hayward, California, U.S. Johnson spent some of his childhood growing up in New Zealand with his mother's family. He attended Richmond Road Primary School in Grey Lynn. He's lived everywhere. The Rock didn't grow up in one place, he's lived in Hawaii, all over the States and New Zealand. The Rock has connections all over the world and frequently travels to all the different places he grew up. He's half Samoan. The Rock is half Samoan on his mother's side. Samoa is a country in Polynesia, and The Rock is very proud of his Samoan heritage. He's also considered a member of the Anoa family, a famous family of Samoan wrestlers and stretches back over nearly 100 years. Dwayne Johnson was arrested multiple times before he was 17. Yes, you heard it right. The Hercules star had a tough upbringing in Hawaii during his teenage, and after getting evicted from his apartment at the age of 14, he turned to crime and used to be part of a group who would target tourists. They robbed the tourist for money, high-end clothes and jewelry. While he was in trouble with the law at times, the star turned to muscle building to help him get over the pain of being evicted and admits it helped to a certain extent. His classmates thought he was an undercover cop. Dwayne Johnson is 6 foot 5 inches tall. When he was in high school, he was 6 foot 4 inches and weighed 225 pounds. Many of his classmates doubted him as an undercover cop. Originally Johnson wanted to work for the FBI, so he studied criminology and physiology at a university in Miami, Florida. He comes from a wrestling dynasty. The Rock isn't the only guy in his family who wrestles, in fact. His dad was a Canadian wrestling champion, his grandfather was a Samoan wrestling champion, and his grandmother was a strong-willed businesswoman, who was one of the first female promoters of the Polynesian pro wrestling. He used to be a footballer. The Rock briefly played American football, or to be more accurate, Canadian football, for the Canadian team Calgary Stampeders. He also played for a couple of Miami teams, and had big dreams of becoming a professional footballer before he entered wrestling. He played his dad on TV. One of The Rock's first acting jobs was playing his own dad on an episode of That 70s Show, in 1999. It must have been weird playing your own dad, but Dwayne obviously enjoyed it, because he's gone on to become one of the most popular actors in the world. The Rock started out in WWE with the ring name, Rocky Maivia, back in the 1996 Survivor Series. The name Rocky Maivia was given to him by Vince McMahon as a homage to The Rock's father Rocky Johnson, and grandfather Peter Maivia. The Rock, along with Emily Blunt, did an interview with Wired where he stated that he hated the Rocky Maivia nickname and wanted it changed. The reason he stated behind his dislike for Rocky Maivia was that he wanted his own identity and didn't want to have a career just based on his lineage. It wasn't until 1997, and his return from a knee injury, that he had the opportunity to change his name to The Rock and adopt a bad guy, heel, persona. This name was suggested to him by his father figure Pat Patterson, and when it was pitched to him he loved it. WWE owner Vince McMahon originally owned the rights to the name, The Rock. Therefore, McMahon received executive producer credits for Johnson's movies. Eventually, Johnson got the right for the name, The Rock. WWE SmackDown, 1999, is named after one of The Rock's catchphrases. "Layeth the smack down." He nearly played Willy Wonka. Yes, you read that correctly. Before Johnny Depp took on the role in the Tim Burton remake, none other than The Rock was considered to play the kooky chocolate factory owner. In 2000 Dwayne published The Rock Says, his autobiography that he co-wrote with Joe Layden. It remained #1 on the New York Times best-seller list for multiple weeks. Johnson featured in one episode of Star Trek, Voyager in 2000, playing an alien gladiator. In 2002 whilst filming The Scorpion King, Johnson accidentally hit co-star Michael Clarke Duncan whilst acting out a fight scene. Johnson's elbow collided with Duncan's chin so hard it knocked Duncan out. He became so crazily famous that he revealed his wax statue at Madame Tussauds Museum, New York in 2002 and took the world by surprise. Have you seen his tattoo? In 2003, Johnson got a tattoo that spans from his chest through his left arm. The tattoo is based on a pea, which is a traditional style of tattoo in Samoan culture. The tattoo took 60 hours to complete, and it tells a story of his family history and ancestry as he is half Samoan. His crazy eating habits. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson revealed, he typically eats up to 6,000 calories a day across 6 meals, whether he's training for a movie role or just maintaining his famous physique. While he used to eat slightly more, up to 8,000 calories at the height of his pro wrestling career. His physique is indistinguishable, and for each movie role he takes on, he works on his body more and more. The Dwayne Johnson Rock Foundation was formed in 2006. The charity works with terminally ill and at-risk children. In 2007, Dwayne Johnson obtained a Guinness World Record for being the highest-paid actor in his debut film, The Mummy Returns. He was paid $5.5 million for the 2001 movie. Johnson was the main character in the Universal Studios ride called Disaster. The ride was for the public to work alongside Johnson in a quest. This was then updated in 2018 with a new ride based on Fast and Furious, which also has Johnson playing a key role. He had a serious feud with Vin Diesel. In his wrestling days, Johnson had plenty of on-screen with people who were actually his friends backstage, but in 2016, he had a real-life feud with his Fast 8 Inches co-star Vin Diesel. The pair don't appear in any scenes together in that movie because they refuse to be on the set together. Johnson has since said it's behind them, but not before posting an infamous Instagram post where he called Diesel some not-so-friendly names. Johnson loves to play guitar, and in 2010 he told Jay Leno on The Tonight Show that Willie Nelson, the famous country singer, gave him a guitar for his birthday. In 2013, Forbes magazine listed him as number 25 in the top 100 most powerful celebrities. In 2015, Johnson donated $1,500 to a GoFundMe campaign to pay for the surgery of an abandoned dog. Dwayne Johnson set a Guinness World Record on May 22, 2015, for most selfies taken in 3 minutes. Dwayne captured 105 selfies on the red carpet at the world premiere of his new film San Andreas. His production company's name has a good story. Since 2016, every movie Johnson has starred in has been produced by 7 Bucks Productions, which is his own company. He got the name from the amount of cash he said was in his wallet when he was cut from the Canadian Football League before he got started in wrestling. Johnson's stunt double is his distant cousin Tanoi Reed and has been for over 15 years. They are related through their great-grandfathers. In 2017, Johnson revealed that the character of Maui in the film Moana was based on his grandfather. As well as Johnson's voicing Maui, he had some influence in the design of the character and was inspired by his grandfather as he was a legendary Samoan wrestler. Johnson loves fishing. Amongst many hobbies, fishing is one of his favorite pastimes. In an interview in 2017, he said he raises his own bass on his farm. After the Hawaiian floods in 2018, Dwayne helped the non-profit organization Malama Kauai repair damages caused by the flooding. In 2019, Johnson was awarded the 100 Most Influential People in the World award from Time magazine. In 2019, Johnson became the host for NBC's competition series called The Titan Games. Dwayne Johnson's net worth is estimated at $350 million. Dwayne Johnson is a legend to many and a global inspiration. Despite his challenging past, he has shown that you can still achieve great things through persistence and determination. He is a man of many talents and has not only entertained the world for decades but contributed immensely through setting up a charity and donating to good causes.
Most electrifying move! There ain't nothing that can ever compare. The Rock is an all-chance the Rock's a cookie.